Episode 3629, Stretch Them So You Don't Shrink Them.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Can you believe it? It's Friday. Yay! It's a celebration. You know what? I have missed saying Friday with you guys for so long. I just got to tell you that because you know what? Yeah, remember I got sick and then life happened. Oh, and then other things happened. We'll leave that for another episode. Today, it's Confessions of an Upset Mama. Stretch them so you don't shrink them. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you want to head on over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter. The Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. Okay, so we're breaking into, yes, the weekend. Yes, it's confession day. Yes, we need to talk about kids. Yes, parenting is rough and tough. And if I can be so honest with you, raising kids can be the pit sometimes. Like seriously, you want to do everything for them, but they still don't get it. Why can't they do what we teach them? It's like, come on, how many times do I have to hit my head against the brick wall, right? It's like, come on, do it. Just do it already. Remember though, as a parent, you are called to stretch them so you don't shrink them. So how has your week gone? Not just with yourself, but with the kids. Have they driven you totally crazy? Are you just kind of ready to pull your hair out? I know when I wear my hair up a lot because it's long, I sometimes just like, oh my goodness, my head just hurts and it just needs to be rubbed. Are you kind of feeling like that? That just your head hurts because, well, you got kids? Doesn't matter the ages. They could be newborn all the way up to 30, 40 somethings. Yep, I'm saying it could drive you crazy. And for some of you, maybe it's a 50, 60 something if you're so blessed to be much older and living a long, beautiful, well life. Or maybe you're without them, but you know, you're never not a parent. Did you think about that? Yeah, it doesn't matter their age. Once a parent, always a parent. So unfair. But how we communicate with our kids, it matters. Do you get mad because that's the only way to get their attention? Is that the way you communicate with them? Or do you speak in whispers to draw them closer because they can't hear you? Already they're hard of hearing. Why? Because they're wearing their earbuds all the time in their ears and they can't hear. They're going to have hearing aids before I do. I mean, seriously. But you know what? Parenting is super confusing. And at one point, you think you have it all figured out. Yet, less than hours later, you're putting out a fire that you just told them not to do. It's like, seriously, motherhood is a sham. Just kidding. It's not. But I mean, come on. We kind of sometimes think it is, right? We don't have a manual. It comes with tons of work. What were we thinking? Yeah, well, we probably weren't. It was in the moment. Let's not go down that road. But I do want you to think about this. If there's one thing that I've learned in raising my 5 kiddos, and honestly, I'm still not done yet, it is to stretch them so you don't shrink them. That is your kiss to keep it simple strategy. That was a long, hard kiss because you got to stretch them so you don't shrink them. A lot of times what we do is we're saying, don't do this, don't touch this, don't go there. We try to keep them in a bubble, but is that really stretching them? Is that helping them develop skills that will carry them into the next season of their life? Will it carry them beyond you? I know we don't want to think that way, but I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be around forever. You're not. You've got to be able to pass on a legacy. Now, for my children, they're so in trouble. Why? They've got this podcast. I am never going to be out of their ears. But no, really, I think of it as, wait, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, my great-great-grandchildren, and assuming we still have things that are normal and we're not like the Jetsons or something, they can still listen for my great-great-great-great-grandchildren. You know, I mean, come on. It doesn't hurt a grandma to dream just a little bit, right? But really, the strength of children is found in the ceiling. First, you want a firm foundation. But then the ceiling that I'm referring to is what determines how far they will go, how high they can rise. This means that wherever you hold that expectation, they will either rise to it or shrink back because it's too easy. You know, my dad always dreamed big, always. Nothing was too big for my dad. And that's probably why I had dreams of going to the Olympics as an ice skater, becoming Miss America, and being an OBGYN physician. Oh, how small were my dreams. They were really small. But let me tell you, I may not have achieved any of them for a variety of reasons, which really doesn't matter. The thought of going after them was well worth the dreams because of all the lessons learned along the way. I mean, if I hadn't gone for them, I would have missed so much of who I am today. It's part of my journey. That dream wasn't the end all be all. It was just merely a little, oh, here you go. Have you ever watched that show on HGTV called House Hunters? Well, sometimes I feel like that's what happens is like, okay, you're trying all these different places out. They're located in all different neighborhoods, right? They're just your little pockets of, oh, this might be cool. Oh, this might be cool. It's merely, oh, I'm going to drive here. It's a destination, but it's not the end all be all. But I think we get caught up in all of that. And so depending upon how our childhood was, maybe we hold back. You know, for me, I think if you were to ask my kiddos, they would say, no, mama dreams big. Mama has these massive dreams. I have big dreams now. In fact, I'm trying to get a few things done, like the website, like our new live virtual event coming up. Oh, you can't. Oh, it is going to be the best. I really, truly am honestly excited about it. I cannot wait to share the details with you. Coming very, very, very soon. And then we're so close. I could sit here all day long and talk to you about it. But you see, that's the whole idea of dreaming big. That is a legacy that my dad left with me, and I've passed on to my kiddos. I've passed it on to my grandbabies already. I have 2, one of each, little girl, little boy. I am blessed. But let me ask you this. How are you teaching your children? Do you make it easy for them to achieve? Or do you raise the bar for them to attempt and maybe even succeed? If you want to be that parent who leads with love to serve them well, you got to stretch them, not to shrink them. So what does it look like in real life? What does it look like if you're really parenting, you're in the grindstone of like, yep, got to do this again, the dinner, dishes, and dogs. Oh, and don't forget the kids too, right? Well, number one, you got to raise the bar. Your child is created for more, regardless of whether you can see it or not. They are. Now, understand, I did not say that my child and your child are equally created for more. You did not hear me say that. Each child is uniquely created for more in their own right. So do not look left or right to see, oh, well, my kid should be able to do that because my best friend's kid's doing it. They may not have the same talents and gifts and makeup to be able to produce what needs to be done to get to where they think or where you think they should be. However, you do need to recognize that your child is created for more in their unique way. God has given them gifts and talents that only they have. Fuse together with how you love them and serve them well, and then they get to rise to the top. But you've got to raise the bar. When you give a gentle stretch to keep them reaching, you assist them in learning new life skills and training their mindset that nothing is impossible. Don't minimize, stretch them. Minimization, mediocrity, oh, no. Leave that to the birds. Leave the leftovers to the crows and say, nope. My child is created for more. Raise the bar. Now, I'm also not saying to be unreasonable. Like, don't look at your son and say, oh, this is the next. Oh, yeah, I know it. The greatest of all time quarterback. He is going to beat Tom Brady. Okay, let's be realistic. And you're like, but I know. He's got this arm. He's 2 years old. He's amazing. Ask Tom. It didn't start like that for him either. Raise the bar. Allow them to know that nothing is impossible. But if they fall, you're always there to catch them. Number 2, lower your goals. Notice how I said that, lower your goals. Your children are not living your life. So don't make what they are doing all about you. Can I just hear an amen? Instead, open their eyes to see what's possible and help them dream bigger. Their dreams, not yours. There's a huge difference. Stop living vicariously through your child if you're doing that. Some people do it when they're older. Some people do it when they're younger. Some people do it all the time. And then there are those who do it not at all. I'm not here to tell you what you're doing. All I'm saying is take a check here and say, wow, is my expectations more for my goals that I want for them, or is it more for their goals? I have a daughter who very, 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 very much enjoyed and does enjoy the limelight, enjoys the stage. Believe it or not, she's tried out for a few things. Yes, including Disney. Yes, guess what? To be Tinkerbell. Oh, story shared. She got it with the exception she couldn't have it. Why? At that time, they would not take a tattoo. And where her tattoo was, nothing bad. It's nothing bad. Just says love and faith and an infinity. But they said nope. Even though back in those days, even they had makeup to cover it. They said no. She met everything that they wanted. But because of that one mark, she couldn't do it. You see, we, meaning her dad and I, were like, yeah, dream your dreams. You want to do this. We weren't pushing that, Mama wants to be on stage, so I need you to go be Tinkerbell. Why don't you go and do this? Why don't you go try out for American Idol? Why don't you do, all that. No, that wasn't it at all. It was her goals. So did we help press her with them? Because that's what she wanted. You better believe it. We encouraged her. We wanted her to make sure she practiced. She did lessons. She did whatever she needed to do to dream that dream. Raise the bar. Lower your goals so you can raise their goals. And finally, number 3, dream the impossible. With today's technology, dreaming has become less prevalent in our society. It's like it's not even important. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of ChatGPT? I don't know what version they're in. The last time I knew it was like 4 point something. Anyway, well, if it's the only thing that's dreaming, meaning ChatGPT, our children are in trouble, and so are we. So are our grandchildren. So rip what holds your child back and encourage them to dream the impossible. Right? You hear me say all the time, nothing is impossible. I'm not saying that everybody's cut out for the same thing. I'm not saying everybody's going to be a Tom Brady or Serena Williams. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that, there aren't going to be some people that aren't going to be like, the actors and actresses, the goats of all times with them. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that if they can't dream and go beyond what they can see, they're going to lower their own standards. And that, my mama, you're walking on dangerous territory. That's like landmines. You don't want that. Dream the impossible. Our minds have not changed, but our attitudes have. Don't let the sun go down on your children. You need to stretch them to the moon and back and see how they impact the world they touch. I'm telling you, nothing's impossible. Go in peace, my friend. Have a marvelous weekend. Yeah, it's Friday. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed weekend. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.